Tuesday. I haven't been on Tuesdays in a minute, but we're gonna do it. I can consistently perform at the trash tier level, I think, so I don't think it'll be a problem. Alright.
I played with Grim some last night. We were getting some pretty rough randoms. We had one half decent player.
Yeah, my bad. I was just exhausted. My job, since our backroom coordinator left and got another job, it is a fucking nightmare. So.
Oh yeah. Did they change your hours any when the other person left?
No, not yet. Well, kind of. This week I'm working full time basically. I'm 8 to 4 most days, and I'm 7 to 3 on the days I do the cash room. But like last week when I wasn't doing that, it still was just too. There's just so much stuff. It's insane. We're just pulling stuff in from the truck and putting it on the floor. And then today we straightened some of that up, and then we're just probably gonna pull today's truck in that we didn't even touch. Tomorrow we're gonna pull it in, just put it on the floor.
Oh man. I'm coming, dude.
Yep.
You're in a fight, aren't you? Yeah, okay, he's on the roof.
Our teammate.
Oh, he's zipping to that roof?
What is... Oh, he's up there.
Shit.
Oh, and there's somebody over there. Oh no, oh no. And there's grenades, shit.
Okay, whatever, dude. I can't believe that guy. Oh, there's one guy over here.
Okay, yeah, I got a charge rifle on a P2020, so.
Yeah, somebody, I think one of them's coming for you, bro. I think one of them.
Yep, he's here.
Was. The other one's coming behind you.
What? I thought I downed him. Oh, mother. He was just crouched shooting at me.
I'm still on. I can't believe that guy. Oh, okay, whatever, kid. Sure. We'll say you got 2 bursts out of your hemlock that quick in like a half second. That's cool.
Yeah, that was rough.
Maybe Grim will get on here in a little bit, and we'll have a threesome.
The good old-fashioned threesomes.
No, what they call that? They call that a soup kitchen.
Gross.
Yeah. Oh, this is kind of messed up. My freaking character in the lobby like walks in front of everybody else on my screen, you know, because I'm in the middle, and he's like stalking all across the lobby.
Interesting.
Do you want to try this guy? I didn't even really.
Not good. You can keep.
I mean, I can't really tell anything about him. I mean, I don't like him really, but that totem, the ult, looks awesome.
Whatever you want to do. If you want to be him, you be him. If you don't want to be him, then I'll be him. Fuck our randoms.
You just, pick him if you want him. I don't really like him yet. I'm sure that totem though is like overpowered. That's, well, I don't know. I don't know how long the thing lasts, but that's pretty cool to like your squad can't die for as long as the thing is up.
Damn, somebody has a new Revenant skin already.
Really afraid. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's quick.
This is your champion.
I'm wondering if, like, you know, these little Apex movies at the beginning of every season, I wonder if there's ever going to be like a common thread that, you know, unites them. They seem very unrelated to me.
Yeah, I would.
I know it's the same characters, but
You talking about like the trailer for each season?
yeah, like it doesn't feel like it's some kind of story.
Yeah.
It almost feels like you're hopping, you're getting a little slice of a story that doesn't really
Yeah.
exist. You're watching half an episode of, in the middle of it, of a TV pilot or something.
Yeah.
I don't. This place is freaking huge, right here. Oh shit! I'm actually running back toward this dude because I haven't had much of a chance to explore this yet. And
Okay,
I'm
there's
already.
bins over here. So we can come towards. Oh, there's no guns though. So maybe not.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be another rough drop.
Oh, got a little bit on me. What? I just
I tried
punched
to
him and
punch him. I
nothing
couldn't
happened.
even get to him.
What are you? Oh my god, this is crazy.
Maybe our teammate has a gun. Don't get me up, kid. Don't get me up. Go fight him. I don't even have a gun. You don't see that your teammates aren't firing anything off? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I've had nothing. I played about probably two games earlier when you were just like in the main menu or whatever, and I had to put it down. I couldn't
Yeah,
even
I'm not
stand it.
going
Like
to see
it
if I
was
need to
just
download it.
ridiculous. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, for something, my auto download worked on this one. It doesn't always work.
Yeah, so did mine. I wasn't sure. Oh, I see. Yeah, he's walking back and forth like a freak.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned this to you. I
cannot wait to win this match, friend.
was playing, or not playing, like going through some Instagram, like looking at like hashtag art or whatever, and I found a couple people that
Uh-huh.
do like. It seems to be the same character, like an original character that they created, and they just kind of like draw them, either doing different things, different poses, whatever. And it looks like it's just this one sketchbook that they're filling. They draw it. It's not all the time, but it's usually the same character, and they colored it with markers and whatever, and they post like every day or whatever. Sometimes it's like doodle stuff, so it'll be like a Pikachu that is also a like has a bunch of like doodles and stuff inside. So it's just pretty interesting to look at.
Like inside of the Pikachu
Yes.
outline, there's
Yeah.
other doodles.
Exactly. So the doodling is kind of hard for me to do, but it's something. Oh shit! I fell off. That I'm gonna try to start doing. I actually think I'm going to create another Instagram specifically for it, and
Well, you know, eat more fiber and
definitely need more fiber. It's all about the fiber.
your doodle will come easier.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be more like diarrheal. Diarrheal?
Did you finish your Mario?
No, I did not. I don't really have I don't know. Having trouble with his legs and stuff.
It was looking good. What you showed me, I think that was very early, but it looked good.
I just accidentally shot a portal. My A ability is ooh, the Sentinel. What is that about? Oh, and the scout.
Wait, what?
It's some new sniper rifle, but the scout takes a
Oh yeah.
regular standard stock now.
Oh Oh, really? I didn't notice that. Well, I haven't picked up a scout yet. I haven't had a fucking gun hardly at all in the whole fucking... Do you not
Yeah, you
want
can have it.
that scout?
And there's the ammo for it.
Is that a standard stock? It looks a
Yeah.
lot like one. Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, because I
That's
have.
crazy. You don't want
No,
that
yeah, put
stock?
it on your thing.
Level 3.
Yeah, that's crazy. It does take one.
Because I swapped that for the Sentinel, and then I realized that it didn't swap what I thought was a sniper stock onto it.
Somebody's flying in somewhere, very close. Yeah, yeah. It said that your character has that Sentinel, but did you just pull it out, or was it?
It
just
was
sitting
in
there,
the box.
Or, you know, I'm wondering if any character can use it, or.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 2.
Kids
Yes,
over here.
let's see, I'm trying to.
Broke the shield and did some more on this
Okay, I'm
one
coming.
kid.
Trying out this.
Shit. This kid is also hurt. I think this is. I know it's 2 people, but.
Shut him up good. Reload.
There's a gas trap right there.
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh man.
Oh, good try. Yeah, I'm sure you probably read it already, but the left button ability apparently silences enemy abilities for a few seconds and does damage too.
No, I didn't read anything about them. It looked like I threw a grenade, but maybe that's just like I can throw it. The silence ability, I can do a I can do it at like a distance. Because when I did it, it looked like it was a grenade I launched towards them. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it would be a grenade, and I must have like been looking at the ground or something when I hit it.
We'll figure it out. Oh, so I also haven't been drawing every day like I wanted to, but I've been trying to, and I have a couple more ideas about the comic. I haven't done anything with it because I have no idea like what we would do, like what the premise of what our activities would be.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
I
so
know what
that's-
you mean. It's tough to come up with that shit.
But I was like looking at like ghosts and stuff, and like it just they all kind of look too generic. So I was thinking I kind of like the Baghead idea, but I don't want just heads. That was originally my idea, and then that doesn't really make any sense. So it's making it more difficult because now I have to like figure out bodies and stuff, and I'm no good at drawing anatomy. So it's just pushing everything back further.
Yeah, I'm not good at that either. I mean, you know, that fucking dumb shit that we have on our team, like, killed himself before we even landed.
Fucking
God damn, kid. Yeah, please do disconnect because you're literally doing us more good
shit,
not
there's
doing
people
anything.
there. I'm going in the center of this thing. Oh my god, there's a Wraith here.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I went inside.
Oh, she got the
trying to get
gun,
some
mother.
kind of- Shit. Okay, kid. Did you just pick up an L-Star from nowhere?
I did watch a video. I think they're in bins now.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not liking this season yet.
I didn't
not
like
liking
last
it yet.
season in the beginning because I was so used to like close quarters. I was no good at like sniping or distance stuff, and that's what it seemed like it was gonna be all about. And I
Yeah.
was pretty upset about it. Yo, Grim, it didn't
good
say that you
shit.
logged on.
Yo, what's going on? Yeah,
Grim.
I started playing in secret mode because Tristan kept like just joining or shit all the
You can
time.
just block individual people.
Yeah, well, I did that too, but I figured he might think I'm just playing dark and then joining my party anyway. Is that's possible?
Oh, I wonder if
too,
they
right?
can see you if you block people.
No, no,
I don't
but if
think
you
they can
block
see
them,
if you block. I don't
you can't
know.
hear them. They can't join you. They can't do any of that stuff.
Okay.
That's why that when he joined the party and I couldn't hear him and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot to buy Revenant.
Yeah.
You guys buy him?
He's
You guys play games
I
already?
played like 3 games or something.
Yeah.
I feel I can only judge this with all 3 of us playing because it's pissing me off so far. Every game I've been in has had some worthless random in it.
Yeah.
So how is Revenant? Is it good?
I don't know. I haven't even lived long enough to get his ultimate yet, so.
On my path to
Me
win.
neither.
Yeah, the shit I read is Ultimate's like the whole team won't die if they get about to die or get knocked. They just respawn at the totem. That sounds pretty OP. Did
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
you guys fly through this laser
No.
beam yet? Yeah, you died.
Oh,
Yeah.
Time to kill.
yeah, I'm yet to
Let's
figure
do
this
it.
landing zone out. Like, I don't know where
There's
this shit
some
is
bins
at.
in the center underneath it.
Yeah, I didn't play it all yet. So I don't know.
Oh shit, I'm gonna go to this
So
little
land
offshoot
low?
of it.
Is that what you're saying?
There are,
oh,
yeah, there
okay,
are
that's kinda
bins
what's going on.
like down here in the center.
Wait, not down.
No, not
it's-
like all the way
do I
down the
die from
fire,
Oh,
but
it's
like down like
multi-level.
here where I am. And then like underneath like all of this stuff. Like there's bins and there's
it's a
somebody
little-
actually over there.
Oh, there's somebody right there. I'm going over here to get. I think I saw a bin.
Okay.
over
Yeah, I
here.
just gotta.
Oh,
Sniper
no.
ammo doesn't look the
Yeah, it's
same now.
blue.
Oh, sniper ammo is
man.
separate from heavy
Yeah.
ammo now? What the fuck? This
Oh,
is not
yeah.
cool.
And the scout isn't. a sniper
Yeah, it takes a
anymore.
regular standard stock like a assault rifle.
I hit that kid for 50, Joe.
Oh, what? I just got lit up from behind.
Shit.
Damn, man.
Got you, bitch.
Oh shit! Somebody's chasing me.
I'm coming.
They're coming around this corner.
I'm with you.
Oh, I did like
Shit, he
88 damage to him. He's almost dead. So am I.
Oh,
Ooh,
good shit,
skeet
Grim.
shooting, bitch.
I'm coming to get. Yeah, I was hoping I
Yeah.
would do some sweet shot there, but it didn't work out.
I was just like, bitch, I'll shoot you there. Oh, the new sniper's in here if anybody wants it.
I'm
Yeah,
interested
it
in
was. I
trying it,
used a
but
little bit last game. It was. It seems like it hits hard. Like it has like a, I don't know, satisfying hit. I think when I hit somebody, it did like almost 70 damage, 68 damage or something.
Oh yeah. Now,
But it's bolt action, so you have to do a bolt.
You guys down anybody? Is there like a shield
In
or
between each
something?
thing.
Oh, it's bolt
there's
Yeah.
a couple of
like the
Not
I've got
as
a
slow as
purple
Kraber,
lot.
but it's.
purple
Damn,
hot mag.
did you guys kill all 3 of these people?
There's 2 of them over
I
here.
did
and
not.
Here's a
Well, I
purple.
mean,
I was
three
chasing
bottles.
somebody
Did-
and I got
Did you guys kill
down
these
from
people?
behind.
One of them is Joe. Oh, Joe.
Oh yeah,
we
and the
keep
L-Star is a
nearest
regular
Yeah.
gun
blind
now,
spot.
too. I saw some.
Well, I'm just glad I can kill someone. I don't know if I've even gotten a kill until now in this fucking new season yet.
Yeah, me either.
Alright,
Finally just got
I'm
a
gonna
kill
try
this
this Sentinel.
season.
Yeah, I didn't like.
Yeah. Is this Sentinel a charge?
No, it's a sniper
weapon?
rifle. That's the new sniper.
I mean,
Yeah,
okay.
sniper.
It,
And the
but I
L
mean,
star
it,
is not. And yeah, it's sniper.
but I mean, you know, the beam rifle. Is
Oh,
a
there's
sniper
people-
rifle that you have to
Oh
charge.
no, yeah, it
I'm-
shoots
I'm
like
a
the.
little behind you, Grim.
in the front, by,
longbow.
by this bin
Yeah,
here.
he's not there yet.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm just behind you.
Oh,
All right,
hear them.
I'm almost.
Inside.
I'm pretty much with you.
this side.
Nice.
Hit her with the arc star. Yeah, bitch. Here, I want to fill my shields. I don't have any shield cells.
Here's 3 shield cells. I'm gonna get Joe up.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go classic 301 instead of L star.
Here's
Yeah,
Weaponry.
yeah. I need weaponry.
there's some in here too.
I dropped the L star and mad bullets.
Ooh, flatline. Scout. There's all kinds of shit in here. You should come look and see if you want any.
Okay.
Several
Right there.
weapons in
Oh,
there.
the
too.
L-Star takes energy ammo now? What was that? Oh, we just
What's that
got
noise?
hit with
Oh shit, somebody's attacking.
a remnant ability.
This kid is almost dead. Please shoot him with bullets. Shoot him with bullets now.
He's up there.
I'm gonna shoot him with my fists.
He just jumped off.
Yeah, bitch.
Oh, there's somebody else.
Good shit.
Oh, and they're dead too.
Nice.
Good
Where's
shit.
the down guy?
He died. He died when I
Me
downed
got
when
down,
I killed
guy.
this guy.
No, I meant
Oh.
0.
I'm repairing myself.
Oh, it's only blue? I thought he had a purple vest. There's other cool stuff in here.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Select fire, yeah. They upped the damage for the prowler. Oh, flatline? Yeah.
Extended light mag here. Level 3.
Let me do that shit.
R301 here.
I just put a blue stabilizer in there. Oh, we're about to get burned, bro.
Oh shit.
I'll throw us a zip.
Shit. What direction do we have to go? That way?
Pretty much this direction.
The cargo bots look different. Everybody. Oh shit! This is like a chasm. What the fuck?
Oh, this
Alright,
is the same as
am
this
I
is the
jumping
train
in
tunnel.
lava? Oh, I don't know what's going on, man. It's not working
This
out.
is
as
the
good
train
for
yard
me.
tunnel.
Yeah, all these bins are open.
Okay, I'm just gonna try not to burn. Shit. Is there not something cuts through there? Son of a bitch.
You want to go to the tunnel itself. Oh, Grim.
Yeah, I missed. I would have to like burn and spoon to get there.
Oh well, no. You know what?
The way that I
You're
started
just-
running,
You're
there was a
actually
big
right. We're
chasm
wrong.
Now we
that
can
I couldn't
slide.
go over. and I
Oh,
had
just
to,
we
like,
have to get burned a little bit.
Oh, okay. We can go. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I got you.
I'll meet you guys around there.
Yeah, I thought.
Well,
we
yeah, I
couldn't
ended up
get
having
through.
to
I thought
fall
we were
in some
going to.
hole and run further up, and then
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, we're moving towards you.
Oh shit! No.
What is it?
Another chasm. I'm just like falling in it, fucking burning to death and shit. Oh, come on, man. Oh, there we go. I got out. I didn't get out the first time because I was like hitting my head. I was like stuck underneath shit.
Shield cell. Found a hop up here. Double tap.
I need a sight for this All-Star.
Dang. I can halfway understand the sniper shit being different ammo and everything. That's kind of annoying too.
Right.
Well, what they said was they don't want people to be like flush with so much sniper ammo that just hang back and harass people with sniper ammo. They didn't know how to do that without, you know, starving people that, you know, need the same energy for like high use guns. So
Yeah,
they
I
just
can
put all
halfway
the
see
snipers
that.
together. I read that shit today in like the patch update.
I
notes
feel
or
like
whatever.
I've found plenty. I've got 86 sniper rounds right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I was finding
But
that
yeah,
around.
that I know what you're saying though.
Yeah, they're right. You see all that shit?
We're
Yeah.
slightly behind you. We're 30 yards back.
Yeah.
Oh,
See people there? I don't know if there's closer ones than that, or if the fight just moved there. Yeah, I don't, that's all of them, I think. Oh shit! Yeah, I couldn't get a bounce pad. And fuck up.
They're getting EMP.
I didn't see it. Somebody right here.
shit.
Oh, they're still
Fuck,
fighting
that's
each other.
you. Fuck.
shit.
Oh
Nah,
shit! I
that
just
was
put my
me.
thing out for you. Fuck. But it happened like fucking a second too late.
Oh goddamn, they're up on this shit. Oh, motherfucker, die. Oh god.
Man.
Where are they coming from? They're shooting me from like way up there. I'm crawling down. Yeah. Somebody's coming for you, Joe. Somebody's coming around that rock. Somebody's coming around the rock. I guess he's on top of the rock.
Oh, you could have.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I heard him literally like right next to us. He was right on top there. Oh, by the way, Joe, that character, you can crouch walk faster than other characters.
Oh yeah.
That would be cool to do.
I gotta pee over here.
Now, how to buy the character? I got a loadout
Legends.
character or something. Damn, I got legendary Watson skin. It's like that was the last like legendary thing I got. I don't know if I want to unlock Revenant. I kind of don't want to spend the 12,000.
And now you
red
need to
things.
save them.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm just chilling right now. Can I just see that okay.
I did get legendary crafting material
That's nice.
the other day.
Friday I gotta go to, well I don't got to, but I am going to a art show up at Bucks County Community College. Yeah, lady I work with is has a couple pictures that she's showing, and it's an art show. It's an art show
That sounds
slash
cool.
sale. So like, all the pieces are $125, and if anything sells,
Damn, this guy's
well, it's there's paintings too, so it's not just pictures. She's just she's a photographer, so that's what she's showing. And so it's like 25 of it goes to the college to like help benefit, like give people scholarships, and then 100 goes to the artist. So it's too late to register to show there, but there's another one March 30th where there isn't a set price. You can.
Oh, so do you not have to go there? You can just whenever.
Stay out of my way.
Like you could sign up to sell your shit there if you want.
Well, no, it's too late to do that now. But yeah,
I mean, for
the next one
I know you
I'm
did.
gonna register. The next one, there's a theme of
Okay.
black and white with a little bit of red or a hint of red, something like that. So I'm gotta figure out what to do for that, and then I'm gonna paint
Oh
something.
God.
Or I might do like something in marker.
Shit! God damn it!
Welcome to the party.
Oh, I'm getting executed in this fucking motherfucker, dude.
You're up there.
There you go.
Shit.
That's where
Yeah,
it
I
fucks
guess I'm written off. God damn, this game pisses me off sometime. She was hiding in the corner in that car until I zipped over. Like hiding in the corner, not doing shit.
Can we
Yeah,
get
that's
up
what I
there?
know of.
I don't think so.
Oh, I hit him.
I'm gonna
for
go
like
grab a new
30
blue
something.
shield real quick.
Oh, you know what? I think one of you guys
Oh,
told me there's
oh,
some way to
there's
climb
this-
this
there's
fucking
a-
scaffolding.
Zip
Oh,
line.
what the fuck?
Oh shit! There's still somebody up top.
Well, that's
Yeah, there's a
dope.
zip line for those things now.
I mean, that's a welcome change. Oh shit!
Leave me alone, bitches. Jesus.
There's 50
So there's a-
people. Oh,
First time we would have been able to zip
There
up
is.
the
I went up and grabbed it.
he did get it.
There's a zip line down. That's pretty awesome.
They should have had that in a long time ago. Yeah. I think one of you guys said that you saw some video one time where somebody climbed that scaffolding up to the boxes, like next to that one box.
Yeah, I heard it was possible. I never actually did it. I never saw exactly how it was done, but I know it. I heard a couple times it's possible.
Yeah.
If either of you guys want to be Revenant, I mean, feel free to be Revenant.
I might check him out here and there. So what is it? Something like he can sneak and climb faster or something, like crouch walk and climb higher or something.
I don't know. Zero would know that.
And then so what's this thing? You can throw something that
Yeah,
does
it
damage
damages
to
them a
people?
little
That's
bit, and then it
counts.
also like silences their abilities. Zero said. Their
Silences
abilities.
are what? Oh, they
Yeah.
can't use their ability? Okay.
The match is on. Let's do this, brother.
Did you watch that video in the
Yeah.
beginning of Apex?
Look,
He's just, like,
Yeah.
stabbing people with his hands. Papa, the Batman.
and then the way they like showed that girl's face at the end over her dad's body, she's probably gonna be a character.
Yeah.
At least that's what it feels like to me.
And apparently he's psychotic and still tries to shave his robot face and shit.
Yeah, that was funny.
So what all is new? What is that shit? That
What's
thing
that?
looks
I
new.
don't see. Why can't I see the things?
Nah,
Yeah,
maybe
that's
that was there
Skyhook.
before.
It looks kind of different in the different lighting.
Good job, Master Joe.
So that big ship. What was in the big ship before? Another city?
Go. Okay.
Where the big white shit is, like the with an H on it. That was another city drop, wasn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about. The H.
That giant shit we landed at first.
There's
That giant.
Oh, the
white
very
building
first thing?
yeah, there's
with the lava.
there was Capital City. Oh, we got somebody on me in here.
Where you at, bro?
What? They were fucking headshots. Yeah, I'm dead.
Got one down. That one over there. One is crawling out on the outside track.
You see him?
He's oh, right here, right here.
Oh, what the fuck was that? Shit, yeah, I'm
The
dead.
fucking things, the left button ability for the Revenant.
That was what I threw at the other dude, and that shit fucked me up. I only did 9 damage to the other guy.
Oh, you were
Yeah,
the
he was
Revenant?
Revenant.
Yeah, but another Revenant threw a ball at me or some shit.
Oh,
Fucked me up.
Yeah, that's the tactical thing.
yeah. I don't know how it works, like as far as the damage does.
TD already got it. TD Bank fraud alerts help keep your account safe. Notify me quickly when you suspect fraudulent activity. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank. Unexpectedly human. Member FDIC, TD Bank and A.
I'm good at what I do. Believe me.
Oh yeah, and there's a couple other changes. The wingman starts with 5 bullets instead of 4, but then each extra magazine only adds 1 more bullet. So it only goes up to like, you know, you got a white mag
Damn.
up to 6, then 7, then 8, or something like that. The
Instead of
99
10 or
does,
whatever.
yeah, the 99 does 1 bit less damage per bullet, but they increase the clip size by like a couple. And then the Prowler they actually added 1 more damage per bullet. So now you get that and it's like firing a purple mag. I feel like it's
Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be tough.
good shit. Yeah, they sped up the shots between the Eva with the double shot.
Okay.
And what did they slow down? They slowed down the shots of the G7 Scout and another
that sucks.
maybe sniper gun. Yeah.
They didn't slow it down a lot though, because I used one a couple matches ago. It's not too bad. The Scout.
Yeah.
It's still pretty fast.
Go right here. And they gave one character a buff. I forget which one.
I just thought it's kind of funny that they have a revolver and you can put a bigger clip in it.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Science isn't there to support that.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I read this off of what actually it was, but it was going to be something like Birdman. If you kill or knock somebody while you're in your ultimate, it'll give you 5 more seconds of ultimate.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
So if you just go in and wreck shit, you can just stay like
Wow. Okay. Yeah,
Birdman.
That's
Yeah.
pretty strong.
we got an Eva right now. We can find something better. Oh, and the Revenant can climb walls higher than other characters.
I pinged a 99 earlier.
Anybody seen the select
Nah,
fire?
not.
Yeah.
Somebody's being brought back.
Figured somebody might have died.
That's it's
Yeah, over
Mirage.
ship.
Mirage.
You guys wanna go over there?
Mirage.
Well, I'm not with you, just so you know. I'm looking in the barn for a gun.
You don't have guns?
I don't
I
have
need-
any gun that's
I need
worth a fuck.
bag.
Whoa, I just picked up an unloaded L-Star over here. What the fuck?
What? I got some energy I can share.
Well,
And like an empty All-Star? What the fuck? I don't know.
Oh, here's the
What'd you say?
Sentinel.
Come and get it.
I might. Do you want the Sentinel?
I mean, you take it if you want it. I just want a
Alright,
gun.
I'll take
I just
that.
want a gun besides this fucking shotgun. I don't
Here,
care
I'm
what
gonna
it
drop
is.
my energy. You can have
Thanks.
the.
Triple take. There's a 99 up there, Joe said.
And I
too.
pinged a Prowler.
Yeah, I'd take it.
Somebody
I don't
get
know
that
where it's
Prowler?
at.
Optics here. Sniper.
Did somebody get that Prowler?
Level 1.
I didn't. Grim, did you pick up the Prowler?
Okay,
No.
so there's a.
It was
Yeah,
in one of those
so there's
buildings.
a. I think the 99.
And,
There's a Havoc here.
Havoc
like a
here.
thing shaped like
Yeah, the
this.
Prowler is right next to Grim. It's in that building there.
Yeah, here's the Prowler.
All right,
there's-
cool beans.
There's no ammo with it now. There was.
I don't get where that ping is at. Okay, there we go.
I need a bag,
shit.
man. I could definitely use healing. Oh shit, there was a sniper mag somewhere too. Where the fuck was that at?
Oh, yeah. That was in the room next to the Prowler.
Okay.
Sniper mag. Thanks. Damn, I can use shield cells. It's a cool vest.
There's sniper ammo.
I got two little
here.
ones.
Yeah, I have a couple little
right there.
ones, but no.
Alright, where you guys
I don't
gonna
even
go?
have a bag yet.
Follow
I'm all
gunshot,
fucked
so-
up. Oh, bag, yay.
I couldn't tell where that was coming from.
Optics here. Close range.
There's a bag in the
Yeah, I
bins
just found a
over there.
level 1 bag. Oh.
It's mine. Don't touch it. Heavy ammo. Energy ammo here.
Grab this sniper's mag.
Alright, let's see if I can climb up this shit. Oh my god, I almost did. All the way from down here.
What, the whole barn or whatever? Almost climbed to the top of the barn.
Yeah, I think it's just there's like an overhanging lip. I think I can't climb up that.
Oh yeah,
He
right.
can't get past the lips.
That's pretty high.
But yeah. Then it's all
Oh shit!
just-
I don't need that. So if somebody needs that, they can have that. Apparently, I have.
I don't have a gun for it yet. Here, I'll pick it up. If somebody needs it, let me know. I've got a couple of white ones too, but I don't even have a gun that will take the stabilizer yet. So
Peacekeeper here.
That I can't use.
Alright, where you guys want to go? Want to go move somewhere? We kind of looted everything here.
yeah. Oh, somebody's
getting shot
fucking
at?
us up
Is that what's
from I
happening?
think from the train yard.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
got
there we
nothing
go.
to hit them from here with.
Oh, they're here.
You
They're
wanna
in the
move
field.
back
Fuck.
in on them, or- Oh shit, bro! Behind you, Grim.
Wait, aren't I supposed to get respawned
Yeah.
at my fucking thing? What happened to that?
I don't know. I took.
Oh, did you
Yeah.
throw out the ult?
Yeah, I used the fucking ultimate. It did nothing. I just got shot to
I
death.
wonder
Was on
if
the
it
ground
only-
and
Only your team. Well, yeah, it didn't get me or Joe up either. What the fuck? Do we
well, I
have to
put it up
touch
after maybe one.
Yeah, I
of
was
them.
down when it went up.
Well, it didn't get
I'm not
me
sure.
up.
Yeah, I dropped it a couple games ago, but I thought I dropped it
Oh, that's
too
in the next
late
menu.
to get you up. But
Maybe,
definitely
maybe you
dropped it
dropped
enough
it right at.
time to get me up. Shit didn't
Maybe
do
it
nothing.
doesn't apply to you. Maybe it only applies
Just
to your
fucked me up, and I
teammates.
couldn't shoot anybody because I had to pull my gun out because it went away after I did the ultimate.
I bet that's how they balance it. I bet it doesn't get you up, just your teammates. It says your team can't, although you're part of your team, so that's kind of ambiguous.
I'll read the description in the player select shit. What do you hit? No. X.
I got your back. Remember me tell you.
Remember me tell you, I got your back.
Drop a totem that protects users from death. Instead of getting killed or downed, you will return to the totem. So maybe since I was next to totem, didn't work. I don't know. Maybe you should put the totem somewhere that's safe, and then run into a fight, and it'll take you back there.
Yeah, but I mean,
know. We gotta
did it look
figure
like
it
you
out.
teleported back to it and then
No, it
got
just
killed
looked like
again?
I
Or?
just got shot to death on the ground and then killed on the ground.
I can concur, that's what it looked like to me too.
Here we go. Hang tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you said earlier, Joe, you didn't like the last season at the beginning. I think I didn't either, so maybe I just have to get used to this dumb shit. I really wish they would stop flipping everything on its head, though.
Oh,
I would
what
like
the
some
fuck?
solid
There's
gun
a
rules
whole
that
squad
don't
here with me.
change.
Fuck.
Take your damage over here.
Oh, I thought
I
I
was
did
on the
get
roof.
the gun.
I'm down here with you now. I ran away. They're
Where
on
they
the
at?
roof.
Where they at? Oh, one on the stairs, one sliding down the stairs.
What the fucking?
Got one kid.
No damn fucking gay sniper rifle, man.
I hear somebody around me. Fuck, man.
Where they
There's
at? Where
one
they at? Where
there.
they at?
And then there's somebody over there too. I'm hidden.
So many
If you get him,
people.
Enemy take
well, I guess we're not hidden with that giant ass shield, but yeah.
Oh shit, I ain't got it. My drone's back here. Oh, it's probably gone. It's probably gone. Fuck.
Actually,
Getting your
I'll
banner, Grim.
keep that. I need some heals. Other heals anywhere?
Yeah, I got some syringes.
Yeah, the champion just
Fuck,
fell.
there's.
Oh shit! Did I just?
Oh, that's
Oh no. Okay. I'm right here.
Where you at?
All
Where
I
you
picked
at?
up was
I
that
just
dumb
heard-
gun. I don't fucking want it.
Yeah. No, I thought maybe I
Yeah, I don't know
robbed
if I
your.
do either. When I
What
think
gun was
about
it?
Give me a sec.
The
the
new
sniper.
Shit, I'll take that.
I hear people, dude. Oh god! Oh fuck! He was on my fucking ass. He's right here at the spot, running around the corner. He's right
I
there.
guess they jumped off the top.
Fuck, man.
Oh, you just got drop shot, bro.
Ah, she fucked me up, man.
I hate getting drop shot. It almost never happens in this game, and when it happens, it's like, fuck.
No good. Time to switch up. Let's go to Wraith. Let's get some Wraithness in. Get me back on my Grizzly.
The Grizzy. It's going Grizzle.
it's only over when it's over.
Y'all know how much longer I'm gonna play Revenant for. I'm not really liking them. I mean, the ultimate
Yeah.
might be good if we can figure it out, and maybe you have to do something special that is tactical to make it. I don't know. So far, it doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, I'm betting that it doesn't let you yourself get revived. I bet it's only your teammates, and that like maybe I died like just as you were putting it out or something. I don't know though.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's do a train jump. Where's he gone?
Through
oh,
this shit.
Damn, that's the last train. I thought it would have been like. Oh yeah, by then.
There's another gun in this bin here. P2020. Oh, fuckers landing on the front cart.
I did that.
Oh,
Oh man, we just pulled into a place with real guns.
They're coming,
Fuck,
coming behind you, Joe.
I'm
never
going
mind.
to
Never
I'm
mind.
going to the back. I can't
He's up
fight
there.
with Sentinel or a P2020.
I just picked up a gold Havoc.
There's a vest back here too.
There's kids up here,
They're on both sides of us.
up in this shit. Got one of their shields broken.
Oh, knocked him.
Got one of them down. There's a Watson around here somewhere.
Heads up.
Oh, behind you, behind you.
Oh, there's a gas trap I was trying to avoid.
Where's this bitch at? Okay, up. Yeah.
The train's leaving
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Okay.
Haha, and they're down.
Yeah, you bitch.
Oh my God, who wants a fucking
I'll take it.
Sentinel? Let me find another gun.
Where's
Yeah, I
this
got
third
a
kid
triple
at?
take. I'm
definitely
dropping
give this
for
shit
it.
the fuck up.
But I'm sure you. I know you don't want a triple
Well,
take.
I need
Here's a
something
shield
besides
cell,
this.
Joe.
Oh no, I got shield cells. I'm good actually.
Need to
What a
recharge my shield.
sniper.
I need heals though.
I'm throwing down the heal bot.
My man, pots and pans.
Oh, and this shit is looted. I wonder if that was
Oh yeah. Oh, well, you see somebody else scream?
No, this shit was just open. Everything down here was open.
I'm checking the other side of the tracks.
I bet that's. Yeah, I'm with you. I bet that's where they got their weapons from, Grim. I bet they came up that fucking.
But there's
zip
so much
line.
shit looted that they wouldn't have had time. Like every bin I see.
Yeah, that was super quick.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I put the Sentinel here, and there's more ammo here.
Alright.
Dibs.
Someone's getting brought back.
Eva A's here.
Shit,
Wanna
we're
go
not with
charge
you.
'em?
Yeah,
You're a million miles away from us,
180
bro.
meters.
There's the ship.
I'm coming down for that sentinel. Yeah,
I'm
we're on
moving
our way
towards
down.
you, but you're still way far away.
Yeah, that sentinel's still 100 meters away from me. I'm 15 from the sentinel.
Shit,
Where
where's
that?
that coming from? From the north somewhere?
Yeah.
They're shooting at you?
They were.
Shit, I wish I had a scope.
Yeah, they're right where you pinged. Right where you pinged. You see-
Oh, they're throwing grenades
Shit on
at us. That was a Revenant ability. Yeah, I don't have any scope really to see.
Oh yeah, you can put shield cells in the Sentinel. I forgot about that.
Is that where we
I
just
think
came
that.
from? No, it's
Oh,
a
that's
different.
you I was hearing.
Well, you can put shield cells in the
Okay, we're
sentinel?
going. Good. We're inside.
Yeah, and make it more powerful. That's probably what we were hearing.
Oh,
Shit,
yeah.
they're zipping down
Yeah, they
toward
are.
Joe. On top of his building. Broke the robot shields.
How the fuck do you put shield?
You see them?
They were on the roof.
Yeah, they still are on the roof.
Yeah, they're on.
Oh, I fucked them up with that. Probably
Yeah,
charge.
we're up there.
I ran the robot off the roof.
Oh, you have to hold X to enter depth
Right
protection.
over here.
So you put the totem out and then you have to hold X to use it. So I was just able to use their totem. Unless that was your totem you put out.
I shot.
Yeah, I held X to use it. Oh, they're up here.
Maybe that's what it is. Oh shit, you're by yourself. I ran right past that zip line.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
trying to get to that zip. I'm coming.
Well, I'm coming, but I'm later.
Was that your totem that you put out? Or was that their totem?
Goddamn.
Yeah,
this kid
yeah, I
is hurt
brought
real
that
bad.
up.
Well, I guess the totem's gone. I didn't get revived or anything.
I just put my fucking totem up. Well, I held X on it actually, and it fucking didn't do anything. Like, what the fuck, bro? I even held X and death protection and made some fucking noise.
I don't know how to
What
use
the
it.
fuck, bro? That's stupid.
How the fuck do you use Revenant's Death Totem?
Yeah, I'm back. Are you Googling? That's what I'm trying to do.
According to GamePort, Death Totem is an object that Revenant places in the game.
Thanks.
How to use Revenant's Death Totem? Here's what he can do. Tell us how to fucking do it. Motherfucker. Revenant Death Totem not working.
Nah, well that makes sense.
I'm still not seeing it.
Well, you just read something that said it's not working, right?
No, I googled that because I figured people that's not working for like us probably started threading how to find out how the fuck it works.
I'm about to read another fucking... The first guide I saw just said it does this and that and didn't tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
I do see that it says you only get to use the totem once and you'll be
Go to
returned
bed.
to it with 1 health point.
Night.
Yeah, but that didn't happen.
What'd you say, babe?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
it's rough. It's a rough go.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Everybody has to interact with the totem to get the buff. I mean, individually.
But I did it myself. It didn't work for me
And
the
it,
very
like
last thing.
like went away. Well, I did it too, and it looked like it got destroyed. So maybe it just like went away from my screen.
Oh well, when I saw you near it, I started shooting it. I didn't know you could hold X. I just figured I would destroy their totem, just in case they knew how to use it.
So that wasn't your totem that I was holding next to that. That was their totem.
Yeah, but then I just happened to put my totem on the same place before I zipped
Oh.
up.
Okay, well, I see why we didn't get brought back since we didn't interact with it, but if you fucking interacted with it, I don't fucking get that at all. Unless they,
Yeah, and,
like,
like,
shot it
made a
from a distance,
noise
but I
and-
don't think so. I don't think they did.
Yeah, I don't think so, because all three of them seemed to be all in that pit
Mhm.
when I went down. So I went in.
Yeah, maybe it's just not fucking working right.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah, it would be unbelievable for Apex.
Alright, I'm done with Revenant. Someone else wants to play him.
Okay. Good Zero, you want him?
Damn, I don't know. Yeah,
I know what you're looking for.
I'll try him for a minute here.
Like the fight with that smiling robot. I was just kidding. He's fine. Everyone's fine.
Yeah, you do. We have to remember to. I'm sure you did, but we have to remember to put it in a safe spot, like Grim said, because 1 HP.
Yeah.
You know, you have to heal when you get back. Probably in a building if possible.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be bad if you have like the gold shield and you have a Phoenix kit end game. You could just like pop in there,
Yeah.
be 100% healed in 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Follow the
Yeah,
leader.
fuck it.
That's
I don't
me.
feel like going that far.
How about
Let's
this
just
way?
go here.
Yeah, I think you have to. Well, I guess you do anywhere, but I think you have to get lucky as hell in that big ass white building. Somebody's landing with us.
Shit. Yeah, me
I don't
neither.
have a gun yet.
There's a vest over here.
Still don't have a
I can
gun.
give somebody a wang mang. Here you go. I'm dropping one.
I just got a wang mang from another box. So just
Well, if you let me know if you don't want.
I
Yeah.
can take
up,
it.
so I
Yeah,
have
I
it.
don't got
yeah,
a
go
gun.
for it.
What
Go
about
for
you,
it.
Joe?
I've got one. Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
There
I
you
don't
go.
got nothing. Gracioso.
Body shield here. Level 1.
There's a vest for you, Zero.
Thanks, bruh. Nothing but tears.
Someone took first blood from me.
I think I hear people up top. I don't. Or maybe this is all of us. I don't know.
I know somebody landed around us. Oh, they're in that next big building, guys.
Okay.
New kill leader. They're next on my list.
On down a little, I guess. Yep.
Wait, fast guy.
Oh, I got one down.
Guy behind us. What the? Yo, he melted me. That's fucking insane, man. He's got a havoc or
Oh
something.
shit, I'm fucking coming, I'm fucking coming.
Wait, I'm running out here after fast guy.
I'm coming. That's probably the guy Joe fought. Good shit, okay, I'm coming, Joe.
Somebody's getting somebody up
They might be getting
in the
their
other room.
shitty ass. Oh, okay, let me get him, let me get him.
I'm coming. Oh fuck! I was trying to find some more light bullets.
Just relax.
Here,
I got a
I'm
shield.
getting you
I
out.
might have light bullet.
Getting you out.
Let me,
God damn, I suck. This guy right here is hurt the worst, I think. This Revenant. I'm
Where are
coming
they?
back. I'm
Oh,
crawling
I
back.
got him.
Oh, good shit.
I still hear something like that.
Shit, get him, Grim.
Yeah, I'm dead, dude. Oh, I'm down.
Oh, God. Yeah, don't even worry about the drone.
yeah, I need to heal up.
Ah!
Got you, bitch. Got you too, almost, bitch.
Oh, yeah, got it last time. Ah, get him. There
That
it
was
is.
crazy.
Taste that longbow, motherfucker.
You.
Got the two toughest weapons in the game next to shotguns. Where's your... There you are. Okay.
I need a
Oh, there's one right outside. Nice.
real gun.
Oh, there we go. There's a 301, brat.
Let me go get Graham. How do I get out? How do I? All right, I'm gonna set a portal from here to there, so he can just get back and get his stuff.
Placing a portal.
Yeah, good shit. Yeah.
There's still
There's
blue vest in
weapons.
my box.
I don't know.
didn't take
Actually, you know what?
anything out
I
of your
might
box,
have.
I
I don't
don't
know what
think.
box I went in. I went in. I thought it was the cryptos box.
I took a blue vest out of another box.
Yeah, I took. Yeah, I didn't. I don't even know where your box is. I looted these boxes here.
Here I come. Rise to the rescue.
There's weapons galore in here.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 2.
Yeah, my vest's gone.
maybe they took it.
I took
and
mine out
I
of-
took it off of them. I don't know.
I think they took it and digested it.
R99 here.
Where is your box at? Is this your box over here? No, I don't even know where your.
Grim's
No,
like
it's
you
on-
couple of fucking.
It's right.
Couple
right.
of fucking
it
Tristans.
disappeared because I
But
took
it
everything
was
out of
right.
it.
Right here.
Right where the portal was, basically.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is kind of like that thing on a firing squad where one guy doesn't have anything but a blank in his gun, so nobody's really sure if they killed the dude or not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What do people need?
It's Jonestown.
Shit. Okay.
Sights, standard stock, burn
What
sticks.
guns you running with? What you need ammo? You need.
I got flatline.
Here's a blue
301,
armor here.
I have-
Oh, you got one. Okay.
Yeah, I found one. I
There's
have
a hemlock.
Flatline 301.
decent ammo.
Damn, I halfway want that hemlock. It's
Oh,
so long,
prowler.
but
I could use a prowler.
Havoc here. Light ammo here. Light ammo here. Heavy ammo here.
A level
Gotta
2.
hop up here. Hammer point.
Use that.
Arc
Star here.
Star.
Oh shit. Storm's like
Oh,
really
enemy.
good now.
oh no, never mind. It's all big ass shadow, and I thought it was a
You
dude. Right.
crying wolf,
He's getting
bro.
scared by his own shadow.
You saw your own shadow. yeah,
He's
literally.
Punxsutawney Zero.
Sending out my decoy.
Did either of you notice if that totem had like a countdown timer on it?
I didn't.
I'm gonna bring
notice
this
anything
'cause-
like that now.
Do you guys?
I hear
probably need
somebody.
this?
I hear
Oh,
somebody.
shit.
I'm right
coming.
outside to your left. I'm right here.
I got a-
Grim, if that's.
Ah,
Purple
no,
heavy mag if anybody needs it.
Yeah, I'll take that shit.
Extended heavy mag here.
Go for it. Go
Level
for it.
3.
Yeah,
Why can't I carry any fucking ammo?
R99 here.
I'm dropping a choke. Oh, thanks, man. And well, that's all I'm dropping.
Yes, I opened the bin and I'm like, somebody's gonna need this. It's worth dropping some ammos for it.
Oh yeah.
Standard stock here. Level 1. Extended heavy mag here. Level 2.
Hell yeah. Grim, did you already get a better heavy mag?
Got a
Light
blue
shield
one.
here. Level 2.
Okay.
Arc star here.
That's terrible.
Standard
Ooh,
stock.
there's that Prowler on the U.S. site.
I haven't seen any. I got a 2X on my 301. That's the only set I saw.
Yeah, I haven't found a sight worth a fuck for my sniper rifle either. Got a 1X on everything. Best game yet so far, guys. Out of this season.
Yeah.
Not,
Keep in mind, it's only
I felt
day
like
one.
the first game was better. We were like killing mad motherfuckers.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I just mean like as far as how far we've made it in the game.
Oh, you mean like how many squads are left?
Yeah, but yeah, we did kill. We were doing kill a kill on that other one, so.
Pay attention, gang. Not far from the ring. We got 30 seconds left.
There's some shit left in these bins over here. All-Star, light ammo. Yeah, not
Oh
much.
shit. I was just like running through buildings, like not paying attention, like
10
I'm
seconds,
like
the
super
ring's
far
close.
away.
Yeah, I got no zip line for him. Not
I
the
got
robot.
I got a portal if I needs it. Try to save that for. I thought I just heard footsteps behind me.
Maybe.
I'm running.
The ring is
towards-
closing.
See any? It kind of sounds like that glitch where when you drop like a gun on the ship and it like sounds like it's bouncing around. Oh, there's a
Sometimes in the snow it sounds like that too, like loud as fuck.
one of
Gotta
those.
hop up here. Select fire.
Yeah, I got one on my Prayella.
Okay.
Can't find any damn heavy ammo anywhere. I've got enough for a fight, but for a well-aimed fight.
Yeah.
Dude, 5 other squads in this shit.
Oh, I see what you mean. There's a zip line that just
Yeah.
goes up the bottom of every car. Oh, only the two on this side, it looks like. But still.
Yeah, it's better than.
Prowler SMG here.
Oh, hear people. Hear people. I'm
Okay.
trying to creep
On our
away.
way. On our way.
Oh, they just jumped off the side there.
Okay.
What'd you just find?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yep,
nice.
yep.
45 to that hoe.
Broke the lifeline shield.
Oh, yeah, burned it.
Throw the shield on that kid.
Yeah,
Got
this is
one
almost dead
down.
right here.
Right.
This is super almost
He's
dead.
over here.
Yeah,
Oh shit, oh shit. Right here. He's hurt real bad.
We're down to
He's hurt super duper bad. Yeah, what?
Who's the new kill leader now? Bang, 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 bang.
Oh, they got a totem. They must not have
No, it
interacted
looked
with
like it did. It looked like he
Totem.
disappeared.
this one.
The remnant. It looked like the remnant disappeared, but then he. I don't know. I guess I killed his teammate. I don't really know.
Oh, he like reset there?
Heavy ammo here.
I don't know what happened. Yeah.
Actually, I don't need that. Here.
Medkit here.
Syringes. Oh, motherfucking 2x side. Excellent. Okay, standard stock.
Heavy ammo here. Backpack here.
Oh, hell yeah. I need that heavy ammo. Bird.
No, why is it not letting me pick up that blue mag? Wait, I don't even need it.
That
Why is
him
it
locked
saying
up in
that?
that bitch.
That was fucking weird.
Still no use sites, right?
No.
I haven't seen any.
I found one. you
Somebody's
thought the
doing their
whole- oh,
gay
shit.
fucking
Yeah.
robot shit.
Already inside.
Yeah, no, I got a 2 and a 3x sights on my guns.
Where do you think that drone came from? The train yard? Circle's moving in. We're right on. Maybe they have to come to us if they were in the train yard.
Yeah, right here.
Oh yeah.
Right where the respawn is.
Yeah,
Nope.
I see one of them just jumped. Got him for 44.
And on that side.
A sniper shot just
Alright.
went by me. I don't know if it went right to left or left to right. Burning him behind this shit. Broke his shield.
I hit that one for
Yeah, he's
about
down.
40,
The
Joe.
one behind the rock is down.
Enemy down.
Okay.
I killed one over here.
Hell
There's
yeah.
still one because this guy I had to kill. Oh, there's a sniper.
All squads down.
All the way over there.
Choices. Let's go this way.
Oh shit. God damn.
Med kit here.
I'm gonna throw down this fucking totem.
Yeah, do that.
Interact with it.
Sentinel here.
Okay. Okay, my screen's different.
Cannot use in death. I can't use a.
Do the interaction.
Yeah.
You can't heal when you're in death protection.
What?
Oh, really?
Or you can't use a Phoenix kit anyway.
That doesn't sound cool.
Yeah, this sounds like it's an extremely crippled ability. I don't know where we got.
Oh,
shot
you see
from
the
either.
countdown? There's a countdown on the bottom of your screen.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Where at? Okay, I see. All right, thanks.
Oh, and everything looks all smoky too.
Well, yeah, okay. Oh shit. There's the snipers. There's more than one. I'm gonna get fucking killed.
Over
Where?
here by-
Where?
Right over here, right over there, at the balloon. No, past the balloon. On that fucking. They got a drone coming towards you. Oh god! As soon as I literally a quarter second after I dropped my shield, he stopped my fucking ass.
Not today, son.
Good shit.
Where'd you
No,
take
I
your shit off
destroyed
to?
the drone.
Alright,
Yeah.
did
10
it?
seconds to the picked up our teammate's banner.
Alright,
Yeah.
you got the banner? Alright, let's move in.
They're in the tower, it looks like.
Oh shit!
Oh,
They're
there's a
on the
bunch
top of that
motherfuckers.
tower in
yeah,
that compound.
they're over there too.
Wake up, rings moving.
Guys might can hide in a building until they start fighting each other. I don't know. 3 other
Gotta get in
squads.
there, though. We're not in the circle.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, yeah. Med kit up there.
Yeah, do you need a med kit?
Oh shit! Fuck! That fucked
Med
me
kit
up.
here.
No, I just need to not die. Fuck,
I'm
I'm going
coming.
in this building. Ah, this isn't how to get in there.
Gotta climb. Yeah.
Uh,
Good shit. Good
there-
shit. Way to go, guys.
They might be about to come in here.
That was just a drone.
Yeah.
I
You
ready?
destroyed it with extreme prejudice.
I guess we gotta move on them.
Oh,
Everybody's kind of
yeah.
coming at us. Oh shit! Hop off the back end.
Need to recharge.
Surely they're going to get in a fight with those other squads at some point. Why do they always pick on us?
Oh, it sounds like they're fighting now.
Oh, yeah. Oh shit! All right, yeah. Can you get on this side of the fence and maybe we'll
Rings close.
creep away from where they know we are?
Yeah, it sounds
There's a
like
drone.
good strategy. How many
There's
fucking
somebody
drones are there in this goddamn? Oh.
Yeah, we want them to engage each
That
other.
drone's gonna see us. That drone just picked us up.
Rings close.
I don't know where it is though.
It
Oh,
didn't
I
see
heard
me.
a noise. Where the fuck is it?
Why do they keep fucking with you? I don't get it.
Because they know who the threat is.
No, they're not right now. There's somebody right here. You
Yeah.
wanna kill this dude?
10 seconds. The ring's close.
You got snipers in the tower, guys. Oh, I see what you're saying.
They went around the other side.
Oh yeah, pooped on.
Where the fuck is this drone? Somebody on me, somebody on me. Not anymore. He's dead.
Alright.
Good
Yeah,
shit,
he's
Joe.
Oh shit, the wall's coming. The
Yep,
wall's coming.
yep, I'm
right
trying
now,
to-
right now.
Attacking.
There's a dude
Yep.
behind Joe. He's coming to you.
Punching a tunnel.
Somebody right here.
Oh no.
Where's my gun?
They spotted me. I'm taking it.
Fuck, man. There's a guy right here. I got a gold shield. I can get myself up.
You were doing great.
Alright,
Joe.
I'm dead.
I'm coming, sorry.
Good shit.
Oh,
Oh no! Too many dudes. Too many dudes.
Oh, they're right there.
Yeah, I'm
God
dead.
damn it. Yeah, I know, so. I mean, I was waiting for you on the other side of the fence. Someone started shooting me while I was healing up. I almost died. I had to run away.
That was a good game, though.
Yeah, it was a very good game. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, some action. Action Jackson.
Yeah, good damage, guys. Good kills. Yeah, Pete, I'll be right back.
No,
Well,
I'm gonna
ready
take
up
a
first.
smoke break so you guys can play games. But,
Okay,
no,
I'm not going ready up then. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back.
Why am I in a loading screen? What's happening?
Alright.
Okay.
Because you gotta get loaded
Yeah, man.
first.
Super loaded. Yep.
No, okay.
Feel my shit, wow. And he's back! Zero!
Time to kill. Yeah, that death totem, I mean, it's not nearly as overpowered as I
Yeah,
thought.
well, they gotta.
It's almost
Well,
worthless.
if you knew that and you healed up first, I mean, I feel like it's still.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's got to be balanced. They got to try to balance it some way. You know what I mean? So.
That's true. You have to grow skilled
Right.
with it to use
If
it.
it was just like a simple one button push and like you win the game,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
right. Some of that simplistic pimp shit. I mean,
You talking about my life again?
I'm gonna try this full one
You
more
do
game
you,
here
bruh.
for now.
Do you?
Hey there, Tristan.
The winner's out there looking for you.
My first time playing the new
We'll
thing.
find you
Yeah,
for that.
yeah. I only played a couple games so far.
Yeah.
Introducing your champion.
After this, we should hang out.
We haven't played it yet.
When I first saw pictures, I
Oh,
thought
I'm
that
the
there
jump
was like a
master.
new map and stuff. So it's a bit disappointing that there's not. But
Yeah, a couple of new locations, or a new location. I don't know if there's more than one.
The lobby's very dark.
the lobbies are dark.
Yeah, it's like a sunset in the map itself.
What's random favorite?
I don't know.
It's where you can choose a random favorite skin for your legend, I think.
Oh. Cool.
Alright. Time to not find a gun again. Time to not find a gun again.
Here's a.
I'll take that.
I got another new TV because I have broken another TV, and do you know how I broke it this time?
That's ridiculous. How'd you break it? That's ridiculous. How'd you break it?
I was tying my surfboard to the roof, and I put clothes on top of it because I was on holiday, and I brought it with me. And the clothes were on top of it, so I accidentally sat on it and crushed
You
it.
brought your TV with you on holiday?
Yeah, it's only to the other side of the country. I was only going to Slide. So it's just like a 3-hour car journey.
I just heard some noise. I don't see.
How are you? Were you staying in a hotel, or were you camping in a tent with a generator? And you
No, it was an
hotels
Airbnb.
usually have TVs.
It was an
The
Airbnb.
Airbnb didn't have a television in their house.
It didn't have Wi-Fi either.
What? Fudge that.
Yeah,
owned
why
by
don't you
an
just
old
punch
person.
yourself in the nuts?
Yeah, they'd have to pay me to stay there.
That's I know Airbnb is a popular thing. I can't fucking imagine letting strangers come in my house and spend the night and use my toilet and go through my drawers. I
Yeah.
mean,
No, I
give me
agree.
a fucking break.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%.
It'd be super weird.
Tristan, there's
Oh,
a
same.
an echo. I don't know if your TV's volume's up or if your headset, if you just twist the wire or something. Check, check.
Is it better now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nah,
Is it
it's
still
good.
the same?
So,
Good.
well,
So
sorry,
I
you broke
just
your
need to take my
TV.
tablet. Give me a second. Yeah, that's fine.
At least you didn't pay for a warranty on it, because if you had done that, you'd go try to get the warranty honored, and they'd be like, "Sorry, kid, fuck you. This warranty is meaningless," and you just spend extra money on it.
Yeah, Zero's
Yeah.
anti-warranty.
I actually got a new TV though. So I actually got a new TV instead.
Cool.
Oh, somebody's being brought back over here.
Let's explore this one.
I'm right behind you.
Man, that's fucking. I should have got on earlier.
So my problem is with this TV is that the FOV is a little bit, just a tiny little bit zoomed in.
That's strange.
And I hate it.
Well,
And whenever I have the setting on, so it adds a border. But it still doesn't work. It's so annoying.
well, with Apex, you can adjust the
That's weird. That's unusual.
FOV.
Yeah, field of view.
Yeah. Oh, we got people right there.
Yeah, so I have to
Yeah.
put max zoomed out. People are gonna be like dots on my screen. And it's a 720p TV, so my graphics are absolutely shit.
Oh,
Oh shit!
I'm gonna just go take my tablet.
already. I hear him shielding up. Purpose shield. Oh,
Goddamn!
this one's down. Oh, he just hit me with his thing.
Badass, Joe. Badass.
Oh, just got sniped from down there. God.
Come on, Captain Zack Sparrow.
Contact with hostile.
They're getting somebody out. Now push and kill them. They're trying to punch you.
Oh shit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I thought he was going to pull it out.
Oh.
Does any of you guys have
Yeah.
the Revenant?
Yeah, I got him. He's okay.
You have it? Cool.
He's-
Wait, let me just add water to my cup because I forgot to put water
I
in it.
actually, I gotta go. I got work at 7 a.m. I should have got on earlier, but I wasn't really dicking around. I was like doing dishes and stuff and like straightening up and getting stuff ready for work tomorrow. But I definitely
Yeah.
should have got on earlier.
I'm gonna take a break too.
I'm fucking.
But yeah, you're going to maybe get on tomorrow.
Yeah, I definitely want to get on tomorrow, and I definitely want to get on earlier. This 10 o'clock, I mean, like when I gotta get off, like so soon. Tomorrow I have, well, the day after I work at 8, so I can stay on a little bit longer. But like this, like 10 to like midnight shit is for the birds.
I was hoping you would get on.
Yeah, I know. I should have.
But yeah, if you can, when you can, let me know on that Xbox shit. And I usually can get on about 9 to 10, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys. Now, if you get on tomorrow, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I should be on tomorrow. Oh, Grim's back. We're actually
Are you getting off?
I got work at 7, so I gotta get my ass to sleepy boys. But yeah, appreciate the games. I'll be back on. I'll most likely be back on tomorrow.
Alright.
Alright, adios, fellas.
Oh, and Jerry's leaving too?
See you guys.
No, I'll see you, man. Later.
Alright, so yeah, I gotta start getting on earlier. Also, now that I'm really pushing this hard thing, I definitely want to do some more streams. I bought a let me switch cameras. I bought just some PVC pipe to build like a over the head rig. Ideally, I want to set that up. I got a like a drafting table I'd like to sit it up on, but I gotta fix it, clean it up, and make room in the garage, and then I can do that. But oh, he's destroying something. But yeah, so I want to figure that out, so I definitely want to do some art streams. But for now, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it, whether it was Facebook, Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, whether you were here for a minute or an hour. I really do appreciate it. I also appreciate the engagement on the Instagram. I'm going to be starting a new Instagram for the art. If you care about that and you want to follow that, I will let you know when it all happens. Let you know the show that I'm going to try to get my stuff in on March 30th. If you're local and you want to go, if not, no big deal. Even if you're local and you don't want to go, whatever. I don't give a shit. But yeah, so thank you for coming out. I really, really, really do appreciate it. It means everything to me. To those that didn't come out,